Hello, beautiful souls. This is Julie with Heartspace, looking at the energy of the first month of 2018, January. Welcome. I hope the holidays were a success and that you got through it with flying colors without too much fuss and muss. Saturn has entered into Capricorn, so we've had that energy kind of getting us going, feeling like we're kind of walking through the mud, but that's good. It's building endurance. It's building strength for what is to come. So know that if you do feel a little fatigued, if you feel like, I used to be able to move so much faster, it's okay. It's all right. We're trying to get our footing during this transit the last 2.5 years. So be patient with yourself, listen to your body, but of course Capricorn likes you to follow the rules and to put the work in. So follow the rules and put the work in. Figure out the rules so you can work around them later on, but right now you need to figure out the game. So as a collective, this energy that we're going to be carrying on for the rest of 2018 is that of work, of diligence, of what we need to do to be successful, that nothing is given to us, that everything is earned. So in January, really set your intention with what is it that you want to work on? What is it that you want to build? Not what do you want to be given to you? I'm going to pull from, I love my Knafo deck. So we're going to pull a card for the collective pull, and then I'll go into your individual readings. So, calling in the highest of light, the highest of energy to guide us. What is the collective energy, the one card that will pull us all together, that we will all feel in some regard in January of 2018? The Rebel. Don't you love that? Don't you love that the Rebel pulled out when we have Saturn in Capricorn, the Diligence, the Taskmaster, and we have the Rebel. So it's this almost conflict that we have going on, like I know the rules, but I want to break the rules. In order to change anything that we do in our life, you have to understand it. If you want something to shift, you have to understand why it needs to shift, what goes into that aspect so that you can change it. You can't just change something you don't understand. So, with the Rebel, you have to understand the institution, you have to understand the rules, the regulations in order to make it different. The Rebel is powerful in that you know the fringe and you know the center as well. So let's pull on the Knafo and see what she has to say about the Rebel as well. The Rebel represents an energy that comes from within and is unapologetically authentic. Oh my gosh. So this is great. Like there's a lot of energy of who are you truly? What is your honesty? What is your truth? What is it that you want to portray as you being truly you? No longer being covered, being masked by something else, trying to be what other people want you to be. What is your soul essence? What is your inner spark, your truth that doesn't matter what other people think? What is it? And how are you going to describe that and express it out to the outer world so that it makes sense to not only the people who are receiving it, but to yourself as well? Let's see, where was I? Don't be afraid to use the Rebel energy to create new situations. This takes getting into higher vibrations in consciousness. Be original. The information comes from within, not from your external environment. Take from your own ideas and thoughts. Build you, January. 2018 will be built on your truth and on your true foundation of who you are. So if you aren't sure who you are because you have been living this facade for so long, start to unpeel that onion, unpeel all those aspects of that you have created to appease your surrounding, to appease your family, your friends, your job. Start unpeeling that onion, unpeeling it, and seeing who is truly there in the center and the essence of your truth. And from there is where you need to start to build and blossom. But it takes a while to get there when we have created so many different states of armor to protect ourselves from being hurt, from being ridiculed, from being rejected. Like, that's our biggest fear, isn't it? To be rejected by those we love, by what we hold dear, what we respect. Now respect yourself enough to let go of those and just be in you. Once you do that, a huge weight will be lifted from your life, from your soul, from how you walk through your day. Because no longer are you carrying the weight of everyone's opinion of you. You're only carrying what is truly there. All right. Also, remember to like, share, and subscribe these videos, please. Definitely. Thank you so much for coming. I'm going to go on to the individual readings, and so this is for the Sun, Ascendant. Ascendant is the rising sign or the moon sign. Also, if you're in Colorado, I am doing the tea and tarots. I'm doing local ones as well as private ones. So if you are interested in having me come into your home, come into your work, and talk about different aspects of tarot and astrology, I'd love to do that. And I am willing to travel. So if you live not in Colorado, contact me and see if we can't work something out. I'd love to meet some of you or all of you, and any that want to travel to Colorado too. That would be wonderful. All right, so let's go on to our individual readings. Hello, Scorpio. This is Julie with Heartspace, looking at January 2018. Happy New Year. Hope all is well, and the new year is starting out as best as it can. All right, so let's call in the highest of light, the highest of energy to guide us on this reading, calling in the divine. What messages do you have for my Scorpio moon, rising suns? Scorpio moons, rising suns. Also, if you want a personal reading, find me on Facebook, email me, go to my website, or you can find me on Instant Go, the app that connects us instantly. All right. So... Yep. All right, and the energy that's coming in from December into January is the Hermit. So Scorpio, you might have been really focusing on some personal things, going inward, focusing on what you need to do for you, and not really explaining it to anyone, but just taking the time to sit with self and try to kind of get your ducks in a row on the inside. Then we have the Knight of Wands reversed, we have the King of Swords, and then we have the Knight of Swords. Lots of people. King of Cups, holy cow. Death card, and then the Ace of Wands reversed. And I don't know if I told you, but the King of Cups is reversed too. All right, so with these 6 cards here, we have a lot of people. We have 3 knights and 1 king showing up. So a lot of messages. Knights can also be messages. We have the Knight of Wands reversed. So let's go into this one first. The Knight of Wands reversed is really a message that's coming in that you really don't want to hear. And it has to do with something that your heart is in, that you feel passionate about, that you've had a hunch about. And it's just like a setback. It's something that's setting you back. That's probably why you feel like going inward right now. Something isn't moving forward as quickly as you had anticipated. However, the Knight of Swords is here too. And the Knight of Swords gives you messages quickly without really any notice. It just says what it needs to say and then it goes. And so this could be absolutely linked with the Knight of Wands reversed, in that you get this message really quickly and it's not a message you really want to get. The King of Swords being in the center of it could definitely be the person who's giving you all the messages. It could be somebody at work, it could be a boss, it could be a manager. I do feel more so that it's not a family member, but it's somebody that you work with or somebody who you have in a different circle other than friends and family. Now, I do think that they're going to be giving some news that really shifts things up for you, especially because of the death card happening. The death card really speaks of change, shift, letting go of something, and it could be really surprising to you. And the reason why I think it's actually surprising is, once again, the Hermit card is popping up. So it's like you're going inward. You're going, what happened? How did that happen? Was I the cause of it? Did I have something to do with this? And it's also delaying something that wants to come into your life, the Ace of Wands. Now, this doesn't mean that it's not coming in. It's just taking a little bit longer for it to happen. Ace of Wands has that fire, has that passion. You're just, and you're excited about it and you're ready for it to happen, but it's just not ready. And again, we have the King of Cups reversed. So 2 kings, one reversed, one upright. And the King of Cups reversed is emotional, it's like an emotional pullback. It's they're emotionally juvenile. And something interesting here that I'm seeing is that this could actually be a family member, and they are something has happened, like they relapsed. They could have fallen back into an addiction or a cycle that is really unhealthy for them. And so you feel obligated and obliged to help them out, even though it wasn't your fault and it's not your situation to clear up. And you thought it was over. You thought it was done, but then all of a sudden it comes back and you have to take care of it again, even though it's not yours to take care of. And this could cause a little bit of conflict in your life. And also, that could be the message that's coming in. Like you're at work and then all of a sudden you get a call that a family member is, in detox, All right, so the High Priestess and the 3 of Wands. Okay. So these are both positive cards, so this really gives me a lot of hope for the rest, the remainder of January. I think it might start off a little shaky, but with the High Priestess here, I know that you're going to be able to get through all of the different twists and turns that happen to you, and that you're going to be able to maneuver and guide yourself in the appropriate fashion to take care of anything, at work if you lose a job, or, if somebody you care about relapses and something happens to them, you have the capacity to go into all those different realms and take care of everything. And then with the 3 of Wands, it's like, to keep looking forward, to constantly be planning ahead and know that this is not the end all be all. And if you don't know that, let me tell you, this is not the end all be all. This is just one step in many steps of your life. So don't stay stagnant. This hermit can sometimes go into a depression and get stuck in self. So make sure you're still taking each step forward, even though things are kind of shifting and changing and you're having to let go of something that you weren't planning or anticipating. So to bring it all together, I'm going to pull an Animal Wisdom deck, or Animal Wisdom card from the Animal Wisdom deck. So let's see here. Okay. All right, so Caribou. So the caribou symbolizes cycle of life, rebirth, and abundance. How perfect is that with the death card happening, letting go of something so something can be rebirthed? Caribou make long annual migrations and are associated with the cycle of life. The Inuit people believed that as the caribou returned to them each season, so did souls return to earth after death, taking the form of either beast or human. In this painting, different animals, including the polar bear, ox, ram, and goose, appear within the body of the caribou. This composite signifies the kinship of all life and recalls the Inuit belief in the universal soul. All right, so even though you let go of something, it will be replaced and it will be renewed and it will always be a part of you. Even though it may not seem like it is similar, everything is connected. All right, so if you would like a personal reading, find me on Facebook, email me, or go to my website. Also, you can find me on Instant Go. Make sure to like, share, and subscribe this video. And remember, listen to your heart, and the body will follow. Until next time, much love, joy, and blessing.